Yes, Beta. Good morning. Welcome back. And I hope that all of you are doing absolutely fine and safe at home. So, in previous lecture, we were discussing about the orbital, not orbit, okay? And we were discussed about the dual nature of matter, that is de Broglie's concept, and also about the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, right? So, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about quantum numbers because in the previous lecture we have discussed the orbital. What are orbitals? What is orbit and what are orbitals? As we know that from now onwards, we are going to discuss about orbitals only. We are only considering presence of orbitals around the nucleus, not the orbit. An orbital is a space or a region around the nucleus of an atom where the probability of finding the electron is maximum, right? So, what are quantum numbers? And as we have discussed that this is for the nucleus and the orbital is like this. It is just like a cloud, okay, or space around the nucleus where the probability of finding the electron is maximum, okay, right? So now we have to locate, if we have to locate the exact position of electron inside an orbital, because it is very easy to locate the position of electron in an orbit, right? But now if we have to locate the position of electron in an orbital, इसमें अगर हमने इलेक्ट्रॉन की पोजीशन को लोकेट करना है तो वी हैव अ सेट ऑफ थ्री नंबर्स अ सेट ऑफ three numbers called as quantum numbers. So what are quantum numbers? If someone asks you that what is quantum number or what are quantum numbers, they define quantum numbers. So you will write that to locate the position of electron in an orbital, not orbit. Okay, there is a set of three numbers that is known as quantum numbers. Okay, like first one is principal quantum number. Second one is angular quantum number. Another name for this is azimuthal quantum number. You can read it from your textbooks, but angular quantum number is easy and easy to learn also. Last one is magnetic quantum number. So these three sets of quantum numbers tell us about the position of electron in an orbital. Okay, right? And the principal quantum number is denoted as n. Angular is by L and ms by magnetic quantum number. Okay. Now first we are going to discuss about principal quantum number and what is that and so on. How to locate the position of electron in an orbital. The first one is principal quantum numbers. It tells us about the average distance of the electron from the nucleus actually. Okay. So first is principal quantum number. That is n. Okay. So what do you mean by principal quantum number, beta? This quantum number determines, it tells us about the main energy shell in which the electron is present. It determines the main energy shell in which the electron is present. Okay, it is denoted by n. Okay, and for example, such a n has a various values. For example, if n is equal to 1, then it is a first shell. If n is equal to 2, then we consider it as a second shell from the nucleus. If n is equal to 3, then it is considered as a third shell. If n is equal to 4, then it is considered as a fourth shell, right? And first shell means K shell, L shell, M shell, N shell. These are the names which are given by the Bohr for its model of atom. Okay? N is equal to 3. So we can say that the principal quantum number N represents the main energy shell or main energy level in which the electron is located or present. Okay? So it go from this quantum number, or we can say from the value of this quantum number, we can tell we can tell the location of the electron from the nucleus. ठीक है ना? That how far the electron is from the nucleus. Okay? मतलब average distance from the of the electron from the nucleus is we can say that understood or is बोलेंगे हम is located from the principal quantum number. Okay? Clear? So this is all about the principal quantum number. ये हमें बताता है कि कौन से शेल में इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट है. Either it is in first shell, second shell, or a third shell. Okay. Now this is all about principal quantum number. Now next one is second one is that we are going to discuss is angular quantum number. Angular quantum number. It is denoted by L. Angular quantum number determines the angular momentum of the electron. It determines, that's why it's named as the angular quantum number. Determines the angular momentum of electron in an atom. Okay, right? And this quantum number is also known as orbital angular momentum or subsidiary quantum number इसको बोलते हैं. So that is not important. Just wait. And the value of L, one thing more, the value of this quantum number, the value of, I'm adding here L is the angular quantum number, gives the we can say that idea of subshell or sublevel. Subshell or subshell in the main shell. ठीक है? In the given principal shell. In the given principal shell. And for any value of n की कोई भी वैल्यू हो, L has values 0 to n minus 1. It means if n is having a value of 1, then L is having a value of 0 to 1 minus 1, 0, leave it. If n is having a value of 2, L is having two values, 0 and 1, because 0 to n minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, clear? If n is having a value of 3, then L is having a three values, 0, 1, 2. Okay. If n is having a value of 4, then L is having a four values, 0, 1, 2, 3, because up to n minus 1. Right? It means, as we know that n is equal to 1 means first shell, principal shell. N is equal to 2 means second principal shell. N is equal to 3 means third principal shell. N is equal to 4 means fourth principal shell. Right? So it means, and L tells us about the number of subshells. Okay? Now, it means the first principal shell contains 0, no, इसकी value 0 है बेटा, पर 0 subshell नहीं होता, it contains 1 subshell. Second shell contains 0 and 1, two values are there, two values are there, that's why it contains two subshells. Third principal shell contains 1, 2, 3, three subshells. Fourth principal shell contains 4 subshells. मतलब it means each principal shell will contain number of subshells. Clear? Okay. There are first there is a shell. First, suppose there is a complete atom, then there are a number of shells, and in shells there are subshells, and in subshells there are orbitals, and the value of orbital is given by magnetic quantum number. That is the last one. It is just like if we will compare the structure of atom with a state or with a city, suppose. Okay, suppose state. In a state, there are cities. Okay, just like that. In an atom, there are shells. In a city, a particular city, there are number of localities, or we can say that streets. Street number 1, street number 2, street number 3. Okay, right? And or we can sectors, or we can say that sectors. Suppose Chandigarh has a number of sectors, right? Okay. So suppose there is a state, just like an atom, and there are a number of we can say that shells, and there are a number of cities. We will compare the shells by cities, and in cities there are sectors, and we next we will do that in shells, subshells. There are a number of orbitals. Okay, clear, understood? So this is all about the एंगुलर क्वांटम नंबर. मैं आपको बता दूं, बात दोबारा हिंदी में बता रहा हूं कि अगर हम एटम को कंपेयर करें एक पूरी स्टेट के साथ, तो वैसा ही है जैसे एटम में हमने एक इलेक्ट्रॉन को ढूंढना है. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव अ 3 क्वांटम नंबर्स. जस्ट लाइक दैट, अगर हमने स्टेट में किसी सपोज एक पर्सन को ढूंढना हो, तो हम सिटी देखेंगे, सिटी सॉरी स्टेट देखेंगे, स्टेट के अंदर सिटीज होंगे, सिटीज के अंदर होंगे सेक्टर्स. जस्ट लाइक दैट एटम है, एटम के अंदर है शेल्स, शेल के अंदर है सब शेल्स. शेल्स जो है जस्ट लाइक अ सिटी है, सब शेल्स है जस्ट लाइक क्या है, सेक्टर्स है. मतलब इतना डीप है, दैट इज सो मतलब वी कैन से दैट कॉम्प्लेक्स सिस्टम ऑफ एटम. ठीक है, कॉम्प्लेक्स बहुत सिस्टम एटम का. पहले शेल्स है, फिर सब शेल्स है, जस्ट लाइक सिटी एंड सेक्टर्स. और हर एक सेक्टर में क्या है, होम्स है, हाउसेस हैं, और एक हाउस में क्या रहते हैं, ह्यूमन बींग्स. जस्ट लाइक दैट हर एक सब शेल में क्या है, ऑर्बिटल्स हैं, और ऑर्बिटल में क्या है, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं. Just like that. So it will be very easy for you to understand the concept of atom or a model of atom if you will compare it with a state only. Clear? Okay. Just but don't write anything about this example in exam. Okay? Because I'm just giving you an example to understand the topic of atom only. Right? The atom is so much complex. It is a microscopic, less than. We can say we can't see an atom, but it is very complex. Still very complex. So electrons are placed inside the orbitals, which is very deep inside an atom. Atom तो उसके हिसाब से बहुत बड़ा हो गया, इलेक्ट्रॉन उसके कंपैरेटिवली बहुत छोटा हुआ. Understood? ठीक है? So just like that, we are saying that. And if the value of L is 0, we have named, or the scientists have named the shell as S shell, S subshell. ठीक है? If the value of L is 1, 0 के लिए S subshell नाम दिया हुआ है, 1 के लिए नाम दिया हुआ है P सबशेल, 0 के लिए S, 1 के लिए P, और 2 के लिए दिया हुआ है D सबशेल, S, P, D, and 3 के लिए नाम दिया हुआ है F सबशेल. Understood? It means what I am going to tell you now is very interesting. जैसे हमारे स्टेट्स में अलग अलग शहर का अलग अलग नाम है, राइट? अलग अलग शहर के अंदर जो सेक्टर्स हैं उनके भी अलग अलग नाम है. वैसे ही एटम के अंदर जो शेल्स हैं उनके नाम है K, L, M, N, N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. ठीक है, वैसे ही उसके अंदर जो सब शेल्स हैं उनके अलग अलग नाम है, S, P, D, F. जस्ट लाइक दैट. इफ फॉर अ फर्स्ट शेल, मतलब फॉर K शेल which is very close to the nucleus, value of N is 1, value of L is 0. ठीक है, मतलब and this is known as subshell, which subshell is S subshell, and total becomes 1s. इसको क्या लिखेंगे, 1s. 1 represents the value of N, S represents the value of L. ठीक है, if there is a written 1s and you were asked to tell the value of N and L from this 1s, you will say that for this N is 1, L is 0. For S, N is 0. So S subshell is a name when L is value 0. For L shell, N is value is 2, and L has two values, 0 and 1. So we will write that 2s. This is name as given as 2p. 2s means X subshell of second shell, P subshell of second shell. So it means second shell has two subshells. Okay. If we talk about the M shell, for that n is equal to 3 and L has three values 0, 1, 2. It means it is named as 3S, 3P, 3D because for 2 we are writing only D. Okay, clear? For L is equal to 2, the value is D. It means X subshell of third shell, P subshell of third shell, D subshell of third shell. Okay, and right. Next one is for N shell, N is equal to 4, then L has value 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? So for 0 we have 4S, for 1 we have 4P, 4D, 4F. Okay, it means X subshell of fourth shell, P subshell of fourth shell, D subshell of fourth shell, F subshell of fourth shell. S, T, D, F. These are the numbers or names with the alphabets that are used by scientists. These have the name. S is for sharp, P is for peak, D is for diffused, and F is for fundamental. And after that, suppose there is a next shell whose value is 5. Then that has the values of L as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? इसके लिए S use करेंगे, इसके लिए 5P, 5D, 5F. But after that, the alphabetical order will continue G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Clear? After that, the alphabetical order will continue. But for the first four, you will write these four alphabets S, P, D, F. These four names came from spectroscopy actually. Okay? Spectroscopy is a branch of science which deals with the study of structure, molecular masses, and arrangement of molecules in a particular compound. All of this. It is a very advanced technique which is now we are using on a daily basis also. But in the higher studies, you will discuss or you will study this in detail. What is spectroscopy? There are 5 or 4 types of spectroscopy: UV, IR, visible, NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance, and mass spectroscopy. Right? Okay. So that from that study, the 4 letters came SPDF. Scientists have named them SPDF. I think you have understood. It means if मैं आपको थोड़ा हिंदी में बताऊं, अगर suppose एक स्टेट है पूरी, ये पूरी एक स्टेट है जिसमें 4 शहर हैं. फर्स्ट का नाम है के, सेकंड का नाम है एल, थर्ड का नाम है एम, फोर्थ का नाम है एन. या फर्स्ट का नाम है फर्स्ट सिटी, सेकंड सिटी, थर्ड सिटी, फोर्थ सिटी. हर एक शहर में सेक्टर्स हैं जिसका नाम जो फर्स्ट शहर है पहले वाला है उसमें सेक्टर एक ही है, उसका नाम है 1S. सेकंड सिटी में 2 सेक्टर्स है, 2 सेक्टर्स आर देयर, 2S and 2P. थर्ड सिटी में 3 सेक्टर्स आर देयर, 3S, 3P, 3D. फोर्थ सिटी में 4 sectors are there, 4S, 4P, 4D, 4F, and so on. So just like that, atom is very much complex. Okay, तो atom इतना complex किसी ने देखा नहीं है, पता है हमें, और this is all the theoretical proofs, and this is also applicable till now on the latest discoveries also. That's why we are using it. Okay, that's why we are considering it the best and true. Okay, clear? So I think you all have understood this topic. Any doubt up to this, please? Yes, students, beta. Okay, thank you. Okay, now next one is third quantum number, that is magnetic quantum number. It is denoted by ms. Okay, and magnetic quantum number, we can say it tells us about the number of orbitals present in a given shell or subshell. Number of orbitals present in a given subshell. Okay, that is magnetic quantum number. Okay, why it is known as magnetic quantum number? Because as we know that electrons carry charge, and when and they always revolving around the nucleus and around their own axis also. And according to physics, when the charge according to electrostatics बोल रहा हूँ, physics बोल रहा हूँ, electrostatics, when a charge move it always induce a current, ठीक है, and electric current always a moving charge always induce magnetic field also around it, ठीक है, and when external magnetic field is applied on an atom, then the electrons, due to which the magnetic field of atom is there, they will arrange themselves in a given okay, or orient themselves in a certain we can say that preferred regions of space around the nucleus, and that preferred region where the probability of finding the electron is maximum is known as orbital. That's why it is known as magnetic quantum number, because it is due to the magnetic field of the generated by the electrons in an atom. Clear? Understood? So that's why it tells us about the number of orbitals in a given subshell, and for any value of L, ms has value minus L to plus L. Minus L to plus L. It means that if L is 0, then ms is also 0. Okay, minus 0 to plus 0. 0 only. Okay. If L is equal to 1, then ms has three values: minus 1, 0, plus 1. Okay, okay. If L is equal to 2, then ms has three values: minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. If L is equal to 3, then ms has ms or ml, anything else. Because in some books it is considered as ml, is having values minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, and plus 3. Understood? So I think we are able to see this. So as you know, now here only one value of m is there, so it has one orbital. It has one orbital. It means S subshell has one orbital. L is equal to 1 is P subshell. So P subshell has 1, 2, 3 values. It means 3 orbitals are there. L is equal to 2. It means D subshell. So D subshell has 5 values. So it means 5 subshells. So 5 orbitals are there in the D subshell of each shell. L is equal to 3. It means F. So F subshell has 7 orbitals. So it is an odd number, as you can see, 1, 3, 5, 7, right? Clear? So these are the number of orbitals in which electrons are present. So this is all about magnetic quantum number. So I'm writing it in a different manner here, so that you can able to understood this. So I'm making a table here so that you all can understood this. So for n is equal to 1, that is K shell. Okay, right? L has value 0, and that is one subshell it has, that is 1s. 1s subshell will be there. Clear? And ms has values also 0. It means one orbital is there. Okay, it has only one orbital. Okay, clear? Now, if n is equal to 2, that is for L shell, we can say, clear? L has values 0 and 1. For L is equal to 0, subshell is 2s subshell, and for L is equal to 1, subshell is 2p subshell. Understood? Clear? For L is equal to 0, ms is also equal to 0. It means it has one orbital, and this ms is equal to minus 1, 0, plus 1. It has 3 orbitals. Total of this has 4 orbitals, right? 3 plus 1 means second shell contains total of, we can say that 4 orbitals. Okay. For n is equal to 3, that is m shell, we can say that L is equal to 0, L is equal to 1, L is equal to 2. This is 3s subshell, This is 3p subshell. This is 3d subshell. Okay. For L is equal to 0, ms is equal to 0, ms is equal to -1, 0, +1. This is ms is equal to -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. So there are, we can say, 1 orbital. There are 3 orbitals in p subshell, okay, and there are 5 orbitals in a d subshell. So total of how many are there? Total of 9 orbitals are there. Okay, so it has having 1 orbital, it is having 2, this is having 9. Similarly, the n is equal to 4, that is n shell. I am not writing in detail, I am just telling about the number of orbitals. Contains how many orbitals it will have? Can tell? 16 orbitals it will have. 4f5 है ना, 4f में it contains 7 orbitals. That's why total of 16 orbitals will be there. So this is the table. You can take a screenshot of it also, and you have to learn it. Clear? Understood? And there is a rule, or there is a principle on this that is known as Pauli's exclusion principle. Pauli's exclusion principle. According to that principle, each orbital contains maximum of 2 electrons only. हर एक ऑर्बिटल में बेटा मैक्सिमम 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन आएंगे हमेशा with their opposite spins. एक ही spin, क्योंकि electrons are always revolving around its own axis, that is known as spin of electrons. ठीक है? Electrons can spin in 2 ways only, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Clear? Understood? So according to Pauli's exclusion principle, if an orbital contains maximum of 2 electrons only and having different spins, एक की spin होगी clockwise, एक की होगी anti-clockwise. So if an orbital contains 2 electrons, so the first shell, as we know, that has 1 orbital, it means there are 2 electrons present in the first shell. Okay? Agar 4 orbitals are there, then it means it has 8 electrons. The second shell has 8 electrons. Third shell has 9 to the 18 electrons, obviously. And fourth shell has 16 orbitals, 16 to the 32 electrons. Now, in the lower classes, you have learned the magic number, that is 2, 8, 18, 32. This is same as you have learned in the lower classes. Okay? But the first shell contains 2 electrons, second shell contains 8 electrons, third shell contains 18 electrons, fourth shell contains 32 electrons. In the 9th class, we have studied the number of electrons present in the shell according to Bohr and Bury rules is 2n square, right? And is the number of shells. The first shell contains 2, second contains 8, third contains 18, fourth contains 32. So that is all about it. तो हम वहां भी पहुंच गए दोबारा, और वो भी सही थी, जो हम पढ़ के आए हैं ये भी सही है, पर ये तो उसका क्या है, एडवांस कंसेप्ट. Any doubt into this topic, please? And that's all for the day, beta. The meeting is going to be end now. So that's all for the day. We will discuss the rest in the next lecture about the electronic configuration, and there are 2 more rules, Hund's rule and Upworth's principle. Okay, for writing the electronic configuration of different elements. Okay, and in our syllabus, the electronic configuration of first 30 elements is there. So we will discuss that, and we will also discuss the energy level diagram of different atoms in the next lecture. Understood? Okay, so that's all for the day. Bye bye. Take care.